It's Michelle Smith, 1846 Cherry Avenue. So I was told last week to go ahead and come in and speak to you fine folks. And I was just wondering, so, as each meeting goes by, we're having smaller and smaller groups because inevitably people are getting exhausted, coming into to the meetings, beating the dead horse. And I was just more, it's just a request for the application fee to be waived, possibly, because we're talking about thousands of dollars for surveying, for the subdivision itself. And for the $3,000, we're talking about people that are elderly, one income, people that have their businesses on these properties. And, like I said, there's so many individuals who just don't want to go through this process anymore. And they're like, hell with it. I'll just go and I'll do the R1 extended because I'm exhausted. Because people are missing work. For instance, my husband, he can't keep consecutively taking days off to, come to meetings. And so it's just for your consideration, if you can, for the group of individuals, because we wouldn't have to be going through this process if this wouldn't have come up. And I'm not saying it's anybody's fault, but just for, to consider it maybe. For, this group, I understand there's regulations or whatnot. As you're saying, at that moment. Whereas if you would say, hey, look, guys, the fees are waived. The money is it's intimidating people. Oh gosh, we're going to have to turn this in this application. And then later on, we're going to be, we're going to have to figure out who, it's just the whole process is intimidating. And I feel like it's just lagging on and lagging on and lagging on. Whereas if you guys do have the jurisdiction to say, look, we'll go ahead and move it for you guys. Let's get out of this mess. Let's get it figured out. And now, instead of having a room full of people, we have a handful of people.
I appreciate your comments very much. And by the way, I fully agree. We have the power to do this for you. We have the power to do this for the entire community. If we're not here to serve the common person, we have lost our way.
Thank you.
And we're supposed to represent you.
That's exactly right. But we the people. So I feel like we're being held against that this is our fault. And we're clueless. These are just blue-collar, individuals who are have their businesses.
So I want to make sure this conversation is very public until this is accomplished for you, because this is important. If we don't represent you, we represent no one.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you all.